welcome back to my channel. Be prepared for a really intense story. Clicked on this video, you probably already know what I'm going to be talking about. Boy, do I have a story time. I just have here with me a nice iced coffee. Let's just get straight into it. This happened such a long time ago. I've repressed it from my memories because it was a traumatic experience. Let me just dig out the trauma. But yeah, let's get it started. I thought, what better time than to tell my experience of trauma. I was 15. I was definitely 15. My school was a very strict school, as in if you could put all the dictators of the world, oh my god, that sounds so harsh. Basically, the teachers there had a really tight mindset on the fact that they would control all the students that went there. And I was always a goody two-shoes in this school anyway, and ever since starting there I was always in the good books. Yeah, no, I didn't get into any trouble. I was like, what, year 9? Was it year 9? Year 9. I chose GCSE music and art for some reason. I thought it was creative, okay? What, 3 sciences, English, maths and history. Why not do GCSE art and GCSE music together at the same time? What a great idea. No, it was a terrible idea. That's a story for another day. GCSE art, like, I salute you if you actually managed to pull through that one, because I pulled through it got my grade. It was literally, I was holding on by a thread to get the grade that I got, move on to the 6th form in my college, but basically that's another story for a different day. GCSE music. There was one group and another group, and I was in the other group. What? It was a group A and a group B, and group A had all the like choir, most of the choir members were there. I happened to fall into group B, which had students that literally did not have the thinking about it till this day just makes me like really angry, because I can't believe I put up with that for 2 years. So we're in music class, we go into the classroom. The layout of the classroom was like a U kind of thing, so the board would be here, and then you would have like the seats like a stage, basically, like, what is that, a proscenium arch or whatever, and then behind you would be desks and like keyboards attached to it. You would go on to Logic Pro and compose all these, I don't know, compositions that you would compose for coursework and all of that. And I remember this class was just the class before lunchtime, and we were just so excited about going to lunch that we were just messing about, right? But me being a irresponsible little girl and kind of clueless too, oh my god, I'm gonna bait myself out, but basically I had my phone in that day, and as I said, my school was just the strictest school. You didn't bring your phone, you had to always walk in a line, and you had to wear your uniform in a certain way, otherwise you just get sent home for not having like one piece of clothing on you. I remember bringing my phone into that day, thinking that it was just another normal day, you know, just have my phone, because it wasn't like I was going on my phone during class. May I just add, it was more of just because I lived so far away from where my school was. I needed that security that every time I went home, like, I would be able to call my parents, so I would just go on my phone after school, not during school. As I said, I was a goody two-shoes. And also, why would I be stupid enough to just whip out my phone in the middle of a class where my teacher can easily see me and confiscate it? And my phone was an iPhone 5S. Just an iPhone 5. At that time, you know, it was quite the it phone, and everyone wanted an iPhone for some reason. No, did they? No. Yeah, so for a 15-year-old girl at that time, like, walking around with this iPhone, no one knew except me and probably a couple of my closest friends. Me going into the classroom thinking it was just going to be a quick one, like 1 hour or 2 hours, I think it was, but just hoping it would go by really fast so that I go to lunchtime and just go straight to 5th and 6th period and just go home and just end the day. No, that's not what happened. And also, it was kind of like end of term time. You'd only have 1 term left for summer holidays, so everyone was just really excited. So we go into the classroom, we're left with the instruments because we had coursework that we needed to start, and I was on guitars, like electric guitars. We were learning either Living on a Prayer or Sweet Child of Mine, chords for me to learn on the electric guitar, so that's why I remember it so clearly, because I was having a great time. So I was just like this on the guitar, like it was like 4 groups of like 5 people in them. One group was on the drums, the electric guitars, vocals, and other syncopation, what is that, percussion instruments. Me and this girl, we were really close. Let's give her a code name, Miranda. Miranda and I had formed a really close bond, so I thought that, hey Miranda, like I have my phone, let's do a little Snapchat, because again Snapchat was like elite, like the snap score to like go up. I remember being like on 365 days with someone, so I was just like, let's keep this going, like you can't lose the snap streak. Oh my god. Miranda and I go like on Snapchat, like hey, like hey Snapchat.
What the fuck?
And then the teacher decides very smartly to leave the room. Clueless kids in a classroom just playing random instruments to their liking. I remember thinking, okay, well since she left, maybe we can leave too. It's like there was this music department, right? There would be music rooms where you can individually practice. With my friend Miranda, we both go into a music room. The teacher would find that acceptable, but really what we were gonna do was go on our phones and Snapchat. And stupid me, my blazer had been left on my chair with my phone in it. This is where the fun part starts. So I go walking back, go to my seat, get my blazer, look in the pocket, no phone, no phone. I thought I left it in my bag, but no, it was definitely in my blazer. My shirt, my skirt, nope, nothing in there. I turn around and this boy, let's give him a nickname, silly little boy, right, John. So John is looking at me like this. And I was like, all right, you have my phone. And obviously not everybody knew I had my phone. John just had the gut instinct to look into my blazer and touch it up and find my phone. Smart little John comes to me like, no, I don't have it. When as I went up to him, I saw him take the phone out, give it to another boy. Let's give him the name John and William. John hands the phone from his blazer pocket and dashes it to, I was just like, okay, at this point you must think I'm silly. I literally just saw it with my own 2 eyes that you have my phone. I was like, no, that's my phone, just give it back to me. And bearing in mind I was a very mature 15-year-old, so I did not struggle to handle the situation well. I was just like, give me my phone back please. Go, no, we don't have your phone. What? You have your phone? Like, what? No way. What?
What? Nah, I never knew that.
I did handle the situation very well. I couldn't cope with like pressure of just thinking that I wouldn't be walking home with my phone and I was gonna cry. Teacher comes in, everyone's just quiet because at this point the whole classroom was just listening to me getting my phone back. When she walked in, I literally just shut up. The boys shut up too, because obviously they were planning to just take my phone from me and steal it. So they were smart in doing that as well, not getting it confiscated, which actually would have been better, because if it was confiscated then I would get it back. By this point it was lunchtime and the bell was about to ring. I had no time left to think, and I had to think fast because I didn't want to get my phone confiscated, but I also didn't want my phone to get stolen. The bell rings and everyone was like packing up, and at this point John and, what's his name again? John and, oh my god, what's his name? Okay, John and the other guy are literally like smirking because this boy was ready with my phone to dash out the door. I screamed, yes, he has my phone! And she was like, what? She was a bit confused because obviously she wasn't the best teacher. I'm not gonna lie, I still love her, but she wasn't the best at this situation. The boy at this time had the time to just run off out the classroom. My like actual like form tutor was walking past, like luckily, and I still to this day think that that was God blessing me, because if I hadn't seen my tutor, the boy probably could have gone away with it. See my tutor and he was like, Liz, are you okay? Because my face was probably red and I probably had like some tears in my eyes, and I was like, no, he stole my phone. But he actually managed to do something about it, and he caught the boy on the way to the recess area. He was trying to basically get lost in the crowd of people that we know. He goes into the playground area. I have absolutely no idea where he put my phone. He got out to the playground area kind of successfully, because by that time my actual tutor was just like, right, I'm not sure what we can do with that now, like I'm gonna have to go to the headmaster. Looked kind of like he was just like, what the fuck is going on, like let me just stay out of it, but I wasn't going to give up. I saw like the assistant head teacher walking like towards me. Obviously I wasn't the type to go into trouble, so he was just like, you causing a scene, having trouble, like no, this is not you, sorry. And oh no, my lighting, this happened and this and that. No, I was just like, right, John has my phone, get it. And so he was just like, what? Because at this point I was probably just like having a mental breakdown, like what are you gonna do? Straight into action. I couldn't watch, so I had no idea what was going on. He would probably chuck the phone in the bushes at this point. He was gonna get searched either way, and he knew that. He was either brought into changing rooms for PE and he was searched there. At the same time, the whole year group got searched for, oh my god, a good 5-10 minutes in the canteen. The teachers were going through their bags looking for my phone. Where was I at this point? So I was in the reception area just like crying my eyes out. So I was crying my eyes out to my head of year group, like, you stopped your phone, like what am I gonna do? I was like just having a mental breakdown whilst there was like a sixth form like meeting going on like in the reception area. So I was like there crying in the corner quietly whilst there was a meeting going on. My head of year tells me, it's fine, you'll get it back, don't worry. But then she also goes to me, it's kind of your fault for bringing a £200 phone in. And I just knew for a fact that if I did get my phone at that moment, she would just still confiscate it and give me a detention. You know, at the brink of this moment, it was kind of like a criminal investigation. At that moment, I was just like, all right, my phone's gonna be back with me, like it's gonna be fine. But no, we carried on as usual in lesson, and I had like an ICT lesson or something, and I just remember being in the classroom just crying my eyes out, and everyone was just looking at me like for 2 hours like, Alyssa, are you okay? Like, Alyssa, they're gonna search him, don't worry, they're gonna give it back to you. But no, that doesn't happen. My parents actually end up being called into school and we all searched for it, like in the bins, in the bushes. That day we ended up not finding the phone, and I ended up just crying my eyes out, telling my sister, because she had given me the phone, just telling my sister, right, my phone got stolen, I'm so sorry. And she was just like, no, it's fine, like we have to get this guy. And I used all my resources and my brain power at like 100% capacity. And I remembered that we had like this e-portal kind of thing, and I remember my portal was like kind of crashed. Half of my tutors, half of mine, so I can actually search up a name, see student records, give myself merits, detention, but I never did any of that, don't worry. I actually just searched in the name of the boy, so John, and I actually ended up finding his address. And then I connected his address to my like Find My iPhone app on like the MacBook that I had, and so I found my iCloud was active at his address. Like, hello, hire me, investigation, CSI, FBI, like MI5, like hello. We ended up finding the phone there, and like I think the police got involved. Like my sister actually had to deal with the police at some point. The next few days they were just like at his house or something trying to get it. We told the police that, hey, he stole my phone, here's all the evidence that I can give you to prove that it's there. Police went and got it, and they gave it back to my school and got my phone back. Because obviously, like, what kind of mindset do you have to be to steal a girl's phone, like an innocent girl's phone, just wanting to go home safely and pass time on a long journey home? Like, yeah, so I ended up getting a phone back, getting away with no trouble, no detention, no suspension, nothing. Like, it was just kind of like, once the phone was in my hands, I kind of just like, nothing happened here, peace. I went home, I looked at all my photos, they were obviously deleted. Moral of the story is, I am a good investigator. No, I'm kidding. Just trust your gut instinct. Till this day, I'm still in awe of how I managed to track down my phone. I actually don't know, like, my brain capacity on that day was just like boom, boom, bam, bam. I got it, and I still, it's one of the most amazing things I would say that I've achieved in life. I should put it on my CV. And to be honest, that's pretty much it. Like, after that, I can't really remember what happened. I just remember people saying I actually ended up staying in the same school for another like 5 years to finish off sixth form till uni. So that concludes story time. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. Comment what you would have done if you were at my age, what you would have done if your phone was stolen like that. I was just lucky enough to just be able to go on the e-portal and actually match the address to the iCloud. So yeah, thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye.